Welcome to the new TMZ Live, where we bring you inside our newsroom as our staff chases down today's stories in real time.
Welcome to TMZ Live. Lil Nas X is in a lot of trouble. We're going to get into why, and it has to do with the fact he hurt 3 cops.
And we now know what those injuries were.
We know what they are,
suffered.
but he has now addressed what happened on the street of Ventura Boulevard last Thursday. And
early Thursday morning, walking naked down Ventura Boulevard, and then gets into a scuffle with police who responded. He just got out of jail late yesterday, and this morning he spoke for the first time about this incident.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all. Okay? It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be alright.
When he says terrifying, does he mean the incident with the police or being in jail for 4 days?
I don't know, but I'm going to say something. Look, I'm probably out over my skis on this, but I'm just going to say it, that I've done this job long enough. There's something wrong with him. And I don't know whether it's, he's having a mental struggle of some sort. He was not all there in that video. He was not all there. And
it feels like he's still
and to talk about it was terrifying, and it feels so vague.
What happened?
Taylor Swift's engaged.
What?
Taylor Swift's engaged?
Right.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Just your English teacher and gym teacher are getting married.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's.
Okay, we're gonna.
Sorry, Nas.
We're gonna shift gears here.
So.
I'm sweating. Oh my God, you guys.
Okay, wait a minute.
This is everything that we've ever wanted. Look at the ring.
It's everything that
Okay,
we
wait.
You're
guys,
not getting married.
Guys,
Why are you?
Where did this come out? Who said what?
So Taylor.
On her
So here's what
Instagram,
happened.
and she
Can
wrote
we-
your English teacher and
Daniela, can you?
Alyssa's
Hold on.
writing it. Alyssa's writing.
All right. Swifties,
Hey,
calm down.
Hold on, just listen to me for a second. I want one paragraph in 2 minutes
Just
and
put
get
the
it up on the
photo
site.
in. What is the photo show?
You know what?
No, but I mean, what is the photo show?
Hey guys, let me in this post.
And if you scroll, there's
Let me in real quick.
ring.
We want to get this up quick. Hey, I need somebody to feed me some information.
She just posted moments ago on
Taylor Swift is engaged to Travis Kelce.
a photo of them in a garden with flowers.
Telegram. Take that. Take them. Them's work. Take that in.
I have details.
Okay.
Okay. Taylor. Hold on. Taylor posted on what? Instagram.
On Instagram.
Post with Travis. Her and Taylor.
Hey, Melissa,
Taylor and
can you
Travis.
give me my mic?
Jointly posted
Caption.
And
a photo.
Travis
Posted.
posted
Jointly posted photos.
photos
Of the
Yes,
of the
photos
proposal.
Of Travis down on one knee. A photo of her
proposal
ring.
on Instagram.
Yes.
Give me details. Saying what?
Yeah.
There's a photo of them in the garden. Travis is down on one knee.
One pic.
God, Taylor
Several.
Swift engaged. Just
I know, but one
pics of them in a garden setting.
Okay.
Yeah, for the
Multiple
keyword, Taylor Swift.
pics
Photos
of them
in
in.
a garden setting
Yeah.
with
5
Travis
photos.
down on one knee.
Yep. Yes. Down on one knee. Yes.
Yeah, down on one knee.
What about the English teacher?
So in her
the
caption,
caption is
The caption.
your English teacher and your gym teacher. are
Hold on,
getting
please.
married.
Hold on.
Your English.
teacher and your gym teacher.
Yeah. Your gym teacher.
Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
Okay. What do you have, Charlie?
Okay, I'm told the engagement ring is an old.
Thanks.
We're told
I'm told the engagement ring is an
Hold on.
old mine.
TMZ has learned the Is this out anywhere?
Can you check?
Engagement ring is what?
An old. No.
Hold on, she has details
Hold on.
now.
Old mine, M-I-N-E, brilliant cut. Can you look that up. Old Mine Brilliant Cut. I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Jewelry designer, Kindred.
Hold on. The jewelry.
And the jewelry designer, the design.
Kindred, Kindred.
Yeah.
Lubbock, Lubeck, who is an Artifacts, Artifex, fine jeweler.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to do story developing and get this up.
Kindred Lubeck.
Story, give me a headline or a fragment.
Taylor Swift.
Travis Kelce.
You're risking the photos.
It's.
Harvey, page 6 in the mirror up.
I got it.
We're engaged. We're engaged.
Get this up immediately, and I'm putting exclusive details on it. Get this up immediately. One picture and up.
Tree's not getting back to me about when.
One
where.
picture and up.
They don't know. Travis did not.
Yeah. Okay. Because she. Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna try
Okay,
this.
I need this up in 20 seconds. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of what it was. Is it up? Oh, Apple alerted.
Got it. They like just got engaged because he has that haircut and she's doing the oral
it-
lip
was it-
here. So like,
You want me to have a regular alert or you got?
Yeah, put this, put our documentary in, the YouTube doc,
It's on. I don't
the Fox documentary.
it's on Tubi.
It's not on YouTube, but do we want to put it on YouTube?
Yeah,
Get out.
yeah. But you can put it in the post.
So
Okay, who's building this out?
What?
this had to happen recent.
Yeah. No, I think it.
Because like everyone was
Okay.
like, oh, they're secreting.
I want you to put
No, I don't think that's
paragraph by
good.
paragraph and save as you go. The next paragraph should be, they've been dating for X number of whatever months or whatever. Just start building. I want like 10 paragraphs, but after each paragraph, hit save and it will just keep looking at it. You look at what was written to make sure we're copy editing this thing, okay?
Yep.
No, hold on. Okay, just. Okay. Cameron, every 2 minutes, I want something new up in this post. Literally every 2 minutes. So paragraph by paragraph, we just keep adding, and then add assets as we go along. We should put a gallery in this thing.
The gallery's the main.
Okay. Well, no, the main should be the proposal.
That's edit. There's a bunch of.
Oh, right.
Came down on one.
Right. Okay. 2 minutes.
Amazing.
Got it.
And if that is not happening in 2, shift it. Okay, so get this every 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, well, that's what happens here.
Hi, I'm Aisha from Atlanta, and congratulations to Taylor and Kelce. I think as a consumer, we've seen this coming for a long time. The way they support and love each other, and I'm so happy for them. Congratulations again.
Now, when you heard the news, did you squeal? Did you
Like
jump
people-
up
like
and down?
people in our room?
Directly to the Instagram. I heard about it on TikTok, went to the Instagram, had to fact check because they've been saying it for a while now.
You missed it on our live stream because it was crazy.
Nothing is going to happen that's better than
my
this,
God.
ever.
Oh my God.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Like if this is what's happening just at the news that they're engaged.
She's gonna have a kid and say, "This is the second best moment of my life."
Yeah,
when she has a
this-
kid.
Don't
this
say
one's
that
first.
she's gonna have a kid.
Taylor?
No,
No, you.
Oh.
Don't say that. Do not say that.
Coming up.
We are officially in a new era for Taylor Swift. So, what is next for Taylor and Travis? The timing of this is definitely interesting.
Let's bring in people who know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Be right back.
Taylor Swift's engaged?
Right. Okay.
Oh my God.
Your English teacher and gym teacher are getting married.
Well, we are officially in a new era for Taylor Swift.
By the way, you got to acknowledge what we just showed. The insanity in this office.
Absolute insanity, which I imagine that this was a microcosm of what happened
Everywhere.
in
Yeah.
teenage bedrooms everywhere.
And not just teenage.
Not just teenagers, obviously, because some of the people here are not teenagers.
Long in the tooth.
Yeah. Wow. Good thing Courtney's not here.
Kidding.
Please, Courtney's still crying. So what is next for Taylor and Travis? The timing of this is definitely interesting. It is the week before the NFL season starts.
She's got an album coming out. And now the question
a little over a month.
Is the album about dating, and does it become dated because of it?
No, it's not about dating. We know what it's about. She sat and talked to us for an hour, 2 hours, and told us what it's all about.
I know, but
it's about her life on the tour, which was
involved Travis.
Yes, absolutely.
So okay, anyway, let's bring in people who know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Joining us right now is our good friend Brittany Hodak, who is a super fan expert, wrote a book about it, and is a very, I can see on her face, a very happy Swiftie. Brittany, welcome back to TMZ Live. Where were you when you got the news?
Hey guys, well thanks for calling me. I just stepped off stage at an event in Denver and my phone started blowing up. People are so excited. And how fun is this?
I have to say, and the reason I asked where you were when you got the news, I've already heard people in our newsroom saying they'll never forget this moment. And they're actually treating it like...
They're treating it like a huge national event.
Yeah, like...
Okay, here's why people love TMZ and why I am a super fan of TMZ is because you have the best team, people who actually care. You have super fans. The reason you guys are the best at breaking news, at sharing news, and because people love what people have to say is because it's authentic. Like, you actually have super fans. So I love the reaction of everybody there. It's so fun, and I'm a little jealous. I wasn't at TMZ HQ when the news broke because, man, you guys turned it into an event.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, it just kind of happened. We do a live stream on YouTube every day.
We had literally just started the show.
We had just started the show on our live stream.
We were in the middle of talking about Lil Nas X, which we'll get back to later in the show.
At the beginning, and all of a sudden, people came running out, just screaming.
So, Brittany, what do you think of the timing of this? And
yeah, a week before NFL season starts.
And a month and a half before the album comes out.
Right.
And right in the middle of all of the album variants, I mean, I think...
Does it almost overshadow the album now?
Oh no, fans are so excited. This does not overshadow the album. I know you were asking, does this make the songs dated? But part of why people have loved Taylor for 2 decades now is because they see themselves in her music. And there's a timelessness because the music she's writing doesn't just mark what's happening in her life, it marks what's happening in their lives as well. So this album is still gonna be probably the biggest release she's ever done. She's probably gonna sell more units first week than she ever has. All of the variants of the vinyl are certainly helping with this. And I think it is very well coordinated, very good timing.
So look, let's get real for a second. Everybody knew they were going to get engaged, right? I mean, in a way, everybody's acting shocked and surprised, but it's so unsurprising that they got engaged, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I've always loved about this couple and what I've been saying to you guys now for a couple of years about this couple is they're both so great separately, and then it's like 1 + 1 = 5 because you've got two people who are both on top of the world, best in class at what they do. But as Taylor was talking about on New Heights, she was able to come into his world and learn about it. He was able to come into her world and learn about it. There was no competition. There was no we're trying to sort of butt heads about this or that. It was we are both the best at what we do, and we're coming together and having fun. And so I think people are celebrating what a great literal marriage this is going to be between these two titans.
So you know Taylor. I mean, you've written a book on her. Is it going to be a big wedding? Is this going to be like what Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos did? No, I'm really serious. Is it going to be one of those? Or is it going to be a small wedding? I mean, they could go in either direction on a radical side.
I don't know. And it could be both. It may be we don't have to choose one or the other. Let's do something fun and beautiful and intimate with just our closest friends and families, and then have the big affair. Yeah. Whether that's 2 separate weddings, whether that's an intimate wedding and then a huge party. I mean, it'll be really interesting to see which direction they take this.
But honestly, it did seem when you watched the podcast, and I actually, after that 2 hours, I actually walked away from it thinking that they already were engaged.
I thought they were too.
And maybe they were, right?
Maybe they were.
I mean, when this happened, they absolutely
We don't know the
we
date of these
moment.
pictures. We don't know the date of these pictures.
They just told us today, so we don't know yet when this happened. still trying to figure out where it happened. You don't recognize that garden by any chance, do you?
I don't recognize that garden, but like I said, you guys have the best team of sleuths on the planet, so I'm sure you'll be the first to figure it out.
Yeah, hey guys, that's true. We need to figure out where the garden is. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks. They said they're on it.
They're on it. We'll get right back to you. All right. Well, Brittany, this is. I think you did a good job of explaining to me why we had the reaction we did in here, because I honestly was looking at Courtney and others who were running and screaming, and I thought, why does this mean so much to them? But you summed it up. I think that and I never thought of Taylor's songs this way. I don't connect to it that way, but they see themselves in her lyrics.
They see themselves in her lyrics.
I clearly don't, and that's why
stories. It's that connectivity. I always say super fans are created at the intersection of your story and everyone else's story. And when you can make those come together, you have something that has an emotional response, not just a nice. And that's why she's the biggest star in the world. She understands that. She turns everything into an event, everything into an experience. Her fans are invited into the story with and alongside her, and they feel like they're a part of it.
What do you think about the possibility of her playing the Super Bowl?
I feel very strongly that it will happen, and it might happen this year. I think there were some nuggets dropped in New Heights. The other thing, and I was saying this to my husband thinks Metallica is going to play the Super Bowl this year. He's like, Taylor can do it later. I said, Taylor, let's be honest, can do it anytime she wants. She has an open invitation to every stage on planet Earth when she wants it. So if she has decided that this is the year she wants to play the Super Bowl, this will be the year that she plays the Super Bowl.
Okay. Brittany, we love having you on. Thank you. Congrats.
Thanks, Brittany.
Guys, great to see you.
Coming up.
Lil Nas X, he has spoken out for the first time about this arrest that happened last Thursday after he was wandering Ventura Boulevard.
That was terrifying. That was terrifying.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too. Did you just say look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
Okay, before we were so rudely interrupted.
Yes, Lil Nas X had the stage before Taylor and Travis stepped in, but he has spoken out for the first time about this arrest that happened last Thursday after he was wandering Ventura Boulevard naked. And we now know the injuries that the officers, the LAPD officers, say they suffered.
3 of them were injured. One had a back injury. It's benched him for a week. Another had an arm injury. A third had a rib injury.
No, it was a hand, head, and back.
And back.
Yes.
So he's facing felony charges, and this is very serious.
Yes, so these are his first words after he got out last night. This is what he posted this morning talking about this arrest.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all. Okay? It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be all right.
So you were saying earlier.
I was saying, look, I want to make it clear. I mean, I'm not a psychologist.
Clearly.
But I've been around a long time. There is something off there. I mean, I don't know.
Something in his reaction that's not.
It's
feels
not
like he's not connecting to
it's
what
not
he's
connecting to
actually
what
facing.
happened. And look, we didn't know at first, was he being involuntarily held on a psych hold when he was taken to the hospital? We're told that they suspected drugs. We don't know if they found any. Usually these blood tests take a while, but there's something from that video where he is not connecting to the severity.
I mean, take it back to Thursday morning. What we were seeing Thursday morning makes you think something's not right.
Right.
And then he spends 4 days in jail, and he doesn't.
He does not.
He could be putting on a face for his fans, right? And maybe he does understand that this is very serious, but he's an entertainer, right? And so he's got to come out and say, "This is going to be fine."
I don't want to. I don't want to go too deep here, but you know, we know who his lawyer is, and the lawyer is normally very responsive.
Right.
Radio silence.
I agree with Harvey. I mean, that video shows him. He's just there's something totally off. I mean, he's basically giggling. When he's smiling, giggling about
but you also do that when things are really bad, but you're trying to put on a face.
I'm just giving you my gut tells me there's something off there. He does not seem to be connecting to this.
I would also just say that Lil Nas is kind of a quirky guy to begin with.
No, he is.
Right, yeah.
Under the best of circumstances, not after all of this stuff. So,
but he was.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
My point is, he was parading around naked and
right, and
acting
you
crazy.
can't ignore that.
Like, can't ignore that. That's the part where I feel like.
And it didn't start on Ventura Boulevard. It started miles away in Hollywood,
West Hollywood, right?
Where he was acting bizarrely. That's video of him, and somehow he made his way over to. Probably across the canyon, over the hill to Ventura Boulevard, where he ended up naked, charged the police officers, allegedly attacked them. And by the way, we have a DA now, Nathan Hochman, who is, ran on I'm tough on crime.
And he
when
said as
you
much.
attack a police officer.
And that's exactly what he said yesterday. He said, doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, if you attack our police officers, will be taken very seriously. So
he could get 5 years in prison for this. He's not going to get 5.
He's not going to get 5, but it doesn't sound like this is one of those celebrity cases where they plead out and there's
probation and that's it. I mean, he may end up doing time for this.
Hochman made it sound like it's going to be more than that.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Pablo from Los Angeles, and my heart is with Montero. I know that. It might seem like he's in a bad place because he is. He was just going through something that's really heavy, but we have to remember that he's Montero, the man, the young man that has given us so much as the artist Lil Nas X. But he's a person, and just like so many people out there, we're aware of the need for better public safety and public care that doesn't require the use of force or excessive. There was talk about helicopters and tasers, and it's like the man was naked on the street. So we can't ignore that power imbalance. And I just think that especially in underserved and over-targeted communities, this needs to change. I just think that Benson Boone would not receive the same treatment and the same.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know that.
This happened on Ventura Boulevard. He was naked. He allegedly charged the officers and allegedly hurt 3 of them. So when that happens,
and it wasn't in an underserved community.
Yeah, that's on
where he was
Studio City.
Yeah,
that's not an underserved community. It's just
I'm
not.
talking about the man. The man, not the neighborhood he was in.
If he's naked and he's charging, what should the officers do?
Exactly. He's naked and he's charging.
Well, what do you do?
The officers don't even know what to do because they don't receive.
Right, and when he charges them,
by the way,
you gotta subdue him.
The police say they did not use a taser.
Even though it sounds like
there was something on because we got the 911 dispatch call.
Yeah,
of course. But how many officers with all of the equipment that they have versus one naked man on the street? The power imbalance is so clear.
They didn't hurt him. They had to subdue him because he was injuring officers. I mean, that's not.
As far as we know, he didn't suffer any injuries.
He never alleged it.
Coming up.
TMZ Sports broke a big story yesterday that there is now an LAPD investigation.
Criminal investigation
into a pro wrestler who absolutely just lost it during an event here in LA over the weekend.
It is the son of Rampage Jackson.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. TMZ Sports broke a big story yesterday that there is now an LAPD investigation.
Criminal investigation
into a pro wrestler who absolutely just lost it during an event here in LA over the weekend.
It is the son of Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson, was involved in a local pro wrestling promotion here called Knox Academy.
Yeah, and it's actually run and owned by Rikishi, who is a WWE Hall of Famer. He's Roman Reigns' uncle, and he's the father of Jimmy and Jey Uso. So he's legitimate.
Right. So this is a legit pro wrestling outfit here in LA.
By the way, this is really violent.
Yeah, Raja Jackson is in a match with a guy named Psycho Stu. I don't think that's his given name.
No, Stuart Smith,
right.
Government name.
Psycho Stu. And again, this is pro wrestling, so everyone you think everyone is in on this, that they know
it's supposed to be performative.
Right. And then watch what happened, and you'll see why police are now investigating Raja Jackson for assault and battery.
You! Get on it! Hey!
It was very clear to everyone involved, as you see a bunch of the other wrestlers now pull him off, that Stu was unconscious after the flip. And the flip was certainly, it seemed like part of the script. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But when he went unconscious,
I got to say, even the flip seemed violent to me.
You know what? Yeah, and I
Didn't it to you?
I do. You know, I did a sports show with Mojo, who was a WWE superstar. He said definitely Psycho Stu was in on it because he's actually pressing. He's like posting off of Raja, and that's what the wrestlers do. But he said that's not how you slam somebody. That it looked like that slam had bad intent.
Now, I got to say, the LAPD is now investigating this as a felony battery. And I got to tell you, that seems like a felony battery to me. In fact, initially it was called in as an attempted murder.
Right.
And don't be surprised if they don't elevate it, if they end up charging him.
He absolutely could have died from that. By the way, Raja, and we know his dad is one of the biggest MMA stars ever, but he is an MMA fighter himself, too. So he's a trained fighter.
Michael Wallace, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And I don't agree with Rampage at all. I feel like the fact that he apologized and he tried to double down on his apology is he knows his son was in the wrong.
I got to tell you something. I would be shocked if the DA doesn't file attempted murder charges in this case. I would be shocked if he doesn't. And not felony battery, attempted murder. I mean, hands are a deadly weapon with a trained fighter. And the way he went after him.
He was using those hands.
But for the grace of God.
Well, there could be a new face on Mount Rushmore. It's been talked about for a long time, but there has been a big step toward putting Donald Trump's face on the mountain. There is legislation.
A member of Congress has introduced legislation to add his mug to the famous Mount Rushmore.
And we know what the balance is in Congress, and it seems like this is something that would be approved. But
we are guessing the president would sign that.
I wonder if he would sign off on it. He would go there with the chisel.
Exactly.
He'd be the first one. But there is a big problem with this that has nothing to do with legislation and everything to do with rocks. And joining us right now to talk about that challenge is a man who knows the rocks at Mount Rushmore very well. Dan Wink is a former superintendent of the national park there, was there from, I believe, 85 to 2001. So he knows of these rocks. And Dan, welcome to TMZ Live.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
We appreciate it
so much.
So when you look at the landscape there, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of room for a fifth head. So
the proposal would be to do it on the right side, right? Next to Lincoln?
Well, can you do it on any side? You know the landscape there. Can you do it on any side?
You can't. I mean, we've had the mountain's been looked at. It's had a structural analysis to understand the blocks of granite and how they support each other on the mountain. And let me give you a couple quick examples. Jefferson was actually started to our left or to Washington's right. Borglum, after a year of working on the carving over there, had to remove the Jefferson head from that side and relocate it to where it is now because the rock was not suitable for carving. It was too soft. It would crumble. It would the structure of the rock just didn't support itself. Also, if you look at Jefferson, he is looking out at a higher level than the other presidents. And many people believe or take the romantic view that he was a visionary, knew where the country should go and knew where to take us. Reality was there was a crack that ran through his nose, and Borglum had to continue to tilt the head backwards until that crack was no longer a problem for the structure. The area to the right of the mountain or to Lincoln's left, that is a very soft rock. Roosevelt, for example, was carved 100 feet behind the original face of granite. But if you look at that piece, which you just showed on the right to Lincoln's left, that's very soft. By the time you had rock that would be competent to carve, you would be basically at the Roosevelt's head.
My understanding, though, is that forgetting about all that stuff, and it kind of goes to the soft rock. There are cracks all over this mountain, and if you put a fifth head in, the whole thing could collapse, right?
Well, I think you run the risk. When they carved this, 90+% of this mountain was carved using dynamite, blasting the rocks off. I think, it will endure for a long time if nothing's done to it, but messing with the rock for whoever might be been considered in the past or might be considered in the future is really not something you would want to do. This is a piece of art. This is a memorial to the birth, the growth, the preservation, and the expansion of American influence. It was an artist's conception of the first 150 years of our country. And so, changing Mount Rushmore would be tantamount to changing any other great piece of art in the world. Would you add another figure to Da Vinci's The Last Supper? I don't think so.
But if you ask the president,
to put him in
there. The president, if they could find
but it's not about the president. It's really about, if there's no rock to carve, you can't carve.
But what do you do if the bill passes, the president signs it, and then somebody comes to the park and they say, we have a law that says you have to try for a fifth head. I mean, in a way, they have to try, right? They can't say no. Well, no. How do they say no? How do they say no to that if there's a law?
Like Dan saying no, it's going to fall apart.
And then they say we have a law. You have got to do it. I'm serious.
I understand you're serious, and I think the answer to that question is you would have to do what we've already done again in terms of either look at the structural integrity of the rock in terms of the studies that have been done. We've looked at how the rock moves in terms of, heat and cold, freeze-thaw cycles, etc. We've looked at those things. I think most people who are proposing this are, just as every president has supporters, I think every president, probably since the mountain has been completed, has had a group of people who believe that the president that they support is worthy to be on Mount Rushmore. That's why I say this is not about President Trump.
So basically, they do the test and then they realize they can't do it. So.
And then Trump says, do it
anyway.
Dan, we really appreciate you coming on. It's interesting. Thank you so much.
Great to be with you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Coming up.
Well, the good folks at Cracker Barrel are doing their best.
Moonwalking.
They are trying to make up for this huge loss they've taken with the change of their logo.
I got to compromise. You could put an old white dude in front of the Waffle House sign.
Be right back.
Well, the good folks at Cracker Barrel are doing their best.
Moonwalking.
They are trying to make up for this huge loss they've taken with the change of their logo. Showed you this, that they got rid of the old man, they got rid of the barrel, they changed the font on the logo. The name is still Cracker Barrel.
The stock, they lost $94 million
$94 million in a day. Now, they are trying to reassure their customers that, look, we haven't changed all that much. All the things you love about it are still going to be here. And I learned this. I didn't know that the old man had a name. It was Uncle Herschel.
I knew it was Uncle somebody. So here's what I don't know.
Uncle Herschel's still going to be
inside the store
and on the menus and things like that.
So the right is saying this was a woke move.
Full woke. In fact, the president came out today and said they should change their logo back now.
I don't
learn from what the market's telling them.
But there's somebody who may get it.
Well, let's find out. Bringing in our good friend D.L. Hughley to talk about the big Cracker Barrel change and also the reaction to it, which is just crazy to me. D.L., welcome back, man.
Hey, white people.
Well, wait a minute. As a white person.
Well, this is about, look, at the root of it, this is the removal of an old white man, right? And that's how the right sees it.
Listen, they got angry at everything, like everything. If everything isn't the way they wanted or the way that it was, then they get angry. Like black people were trying to be able to sit in a diner, and they're worried about the name and the logo. First, it never interested me. It had two things I wasn't interested in: an old white dude and a barrel. So I'm not.
What's in it for me, right?
I was like, I wasn't interested in going to the redneck Roscoe's, but.
all right, but hold on. Now and I think that's part of the thing, the redesign for Cracker Barrel, right? Is that they don't want to be seen as what they were, which was associated with old stuff and old people.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether he's white or not.
Country store.
Yes, it does. You ain't gonna have a black dude on Cracker Barrel.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so you're 86, the white guy, but you keep the name Cracker. So if it's a woke move, they would have removed Cracker and they just call the place Barrel.
Here's where we are right now. There are people who want to move forward. And want to be inclusive, and there are people who don't. Like, we are arguing right now. Right now, Cracker Barrel is taking the white guy off, but we have a president who's renaming bases after Confederate soldiers. So we have to decide either we're going to be a country that's rooted in the past or where we're moving forward. I mean, I don't understand what the issue, like, on my feed, there was a guy who got mad that black people had greeting cards, mahogany cards at CVS. Like, do you only want it to be a world where only you see you and only you have the things that make you comfortable and only you get to have reflections of yourself? Is that the kind of world that obviously, that is obviously the kind of world people want to live in? And I think that the South wants to be different, but you'll have people who are I mean, they want to have a different affect, and there are people who are just so rooted in the past. Any change at all is an affront to their sensibilities.
I mean, that's the root of conservatism, is to conserve things the way they are.
Right.
So, but if you're Cracker Barrel, what do you do now? Because you've made this decision that you want to go in this new direction, but you are losing a ton of money. At some point, you have to. You got to make money, right?
I got to compromise. You could put an old white dude in front of the Waffle House sign. And
the Waffle House has now drafted Uncle Herschel, but Uncle Herschel is now moving over to the Waffle House.
I think that ultimately we have to decide if you own this company and that is the brand that they're comfortable with and that's the thing they want to do. I mean, obviously it's going to hurt you.
No, they have stockholders.
But what's the gripe? It's like you're taking an old man out because you don't want it to be an old, stale place.
Exactly. They're trying to get it, they're trying to young it up. It wasn't about race, but the right made it about that.
And if it was about race,
it doesn't matter.
But if it was about race, they take the word cracker out.
The bottom line for the CEO, and they got to answer the stockholders. And regardless of whether it makes sense, it's here now, and now they're facing a boycott.
If you want to make black people and white people happy, put Cracker Barrel in Target. And then,
Target Barrel. Cracker Target. That doesn't work.
These people call people snowflakes, and they can't take an old white man off a sign or go to the bathroom. Like, this is like the things that people are upset about right now. You know, there are people being spirited off the streets. There are people. Northern cities are being invaded by Southern armies, and this is the thing that people want to fixate on. Like, I never ate at Cracker Barrels anyway. I had two things. I mean, a Cracker and a Barrel, I'm already out. But and actually, I think that it just shows you how ridiculous we've gotten, where you want everything to look like what you said it should be. I mean, I don't
even get that. I don't see it at all.
There is no battlefront too petty in the culture wars.
No.
That's what we're learning, right?
No.
All right, DL.
Thank you, DL.
Thanks, man. You know, my next dinner is going to be at Cracker Barrel once they move that old white dude out.
Just got to find Uncle Herschel out there somewhere.
All right, Big Daddy.
And, of course, remember, you can catch the DL Hughley Show weekdays from 3 to 7 Eastern.
Coming up.
Well, Becky Lynch has a new enemy in Kelly Osbourne. Monday Night Raw last night was in Birmingham, England, the birthplace of Ozzy Osbourne. And so she wanted to reference Ozzy, and I think she did in a pretty reverential way.
It's an homage.
But it took a turn somewhere. Kelly is going after Becky for this.
Be right back.
Well, Becky Lynch has a new enemy in Kelly Osbourne, which I don't know that
she's a formidable enemy.
Yes, indeed. But Becky Lynch was on Monday Night Raw, and I think this was intended to be a compliment to Ozzy Osbourne.
It unquestionably was.
Monday Night Raw last night was in Birmingham, England, the birthplace of Ozzy Osbourne. And so she wanted to reference Ozzy, and I think she did in a pretty reverential way.
It's an homage.
But it took a turn somewhere. So here's what Becky said, and then we're going to tell you how Kelly is going after Becky for this.
I am not wrestling in Birmingham. Yeah, the only good thing that came out of here died a month ago. But in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had the good sense to move to LA, a proper city. Because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too.
So I know I know the end feels a little jarring, but it's an homage to Ozzy.
No, I think it's no. The homage to Ozzy was not the intent. The intent was taking a shot at Birmingham.
But she said Ozzy Osbourne is the best thing to come out of Birmingham
Ozzy
ever.
was the setup to take a shot at Birmingham.
That is an homage, a tribute.
Tell him why he's wrong, because Becky
tell him why he's wrong.
Is a heel.
Am I wrong, Edward? How about this? Am I wrong, Edward?
Don't menace him.
You're menacing him. You're saying, tell him why he's wrong, Edward.
If you trash someone's hometown, you are inherently making fun of them or poking fun of them. No?
Of the town.
But
what is he saying about Ozzy? What is she saying?
He is an extension.
What is she saying about Ozzy?
She is the man.
Oh, she is the man.
What is she saying about Ozzy?
That he's great and all that stuff, but his hometown sucks.
Right,
and that's,
So Kelly,
an inherent dig.
So it doesn't matter what we
Here's
think.
how
Kelly is pissed off.
Here's how Kelly took it, and she is standing up for Birmingham. She says, "You are a disrespectful dirtbag. Birmingham would not blank on you if you were on fire."
I love Kelly Osbourne. And when you read that, it's tongue-in-cheek. And I would not be surprised if Kelly Osbourne squares off against the man.
Elise from New York, Kelly should definitely relax. It's WWE. Everything's over the top. Becky made a joke, so that's part of the show. So I feel like Kelly's response was more emotional than rational.
I think she was tongue-in-cheek on it. I really do.
More than Kelly against the man. Ed, I want to point something out. If he ever does that again, just stand up. Just stand up.
If I ever do it.
Okay?
If I ever do anything again.
So the next time he comes over, you're like,
well, how about
stand up?
Hey, Ed, tell him he's wrong. Tell him he's wrong, Ed.
Coming up.
So there's this big thing about when Travis proposed to Taylor.
It has to do with Travis's hair.
On July 14th, he had the longer hair up top. The sides were long, the top was long. And then in the engagement photos, he's got the buzz cut.
Be right back.
So there's this big thing about when Travis proposed to Taylor.
Everyone's trying to figure it out.
So we got this.
There's a hint.
We got a theory here that it had to have happened in the last 3.5 weeks.
Yes, definitely. It has to do with Travis's hair because
it's real short there.
Yes, and our own hair expert here noticed this. Not shockingly.
No, you are a hair expert.
Babcock noticed that Travis's hair had been.
Yeah, if you look on July 14th, he had the longer hair up top. The sides were long, the top was long. And then in the engagement photos, he's got the buzz cut. It's a fade, a tight fade.
So what did he have when he did the podcast with Taylor?
He had the fade. He has had the fade since at least July 28th.
We're going to leave you with Courtney and Siobhan coming out going insane.
One more time.
With the news.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Because your English teacher and gym teacher are getting married.